Big thank you to this episode's sponsors, OpenPhone, the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. Get 20% off of your first 6 months at openphone.com/earn. Shopify, the e-commerce platform that I trust for glōci. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/happy. Constant Contact. Constant Contact's award-winning marketing platform is here to make marketing way easier and way more effective. Get a free 30-day trial when you go to constantcontact.com.
If my energy was going to actually physically show me what I'm attracting right now, if it could say, hey, this is what you're attracting, this is what you're seeing, this is what you're doing, would it be exactly what you want? So are you holding the energy of already winning? Are you holding the energy of already selling your company? Are you holding the energy of your launch went fucking amazing? Like, what energy are you holding? What hopes are you having? Because if you're not even going to remotely get close. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I just took a before and after photo of my skin because my team had asked me if I had some before photos from when I started glōci. And I was like, well, absolutely. I took some like a year and a half ago. And I just had never taken an after photo. And I just took one in natural sunlight with no makeup on. And my skin texture and skin tone is so much better. You guys, I knew it was better, but I did not realize how much better it was. We're actually going to be doing an email on it because it's pretty insane. So I'm telling you, everything compounds just like we talk about on this podcast, including all of your habits. So imagine taking glōci for over a year with all of these skin nutrients and what that's going to do for me, even in 10 years. Like, even preventative wise, you guys. So go to getglōci.com, use code HAPPY, you get 25% off. That code is going away. So it's 25% off of your first subscription. I'm telling you, you guys, kick your old hydration stick out of bed. We are not hydration. We truly are a skin and gut supplement, transforming your skin and gut from the inside out. And if you're done with bloating, you're going to love this product because it is like waking up in the morning with a flat stomach, and there is nothing better. So today I'm going to chat with you about something you might be doing that is the absolute opposite of manifesting. And we all know we don't want to be in that camp. We want to be in camp manifest. So Chris and I were on a walk this morning, and I was kind of like needing to go back throughout my history and looking at all of the things that I've overcome and the different ways that I've won in the past. And the reason that I wanted to do this was because I'm thinking of where I am right now and where I want to go. And my goal seems so big. And sometimes I question my goal that I actually wanted to go way back to the beginning before I had ever accomplished anything. And I wanted to compare how all of the things that I have been able to do are actually a far bigger leap from zero to where I am now compared to where I am now and where I want to go. Does that make sense? So what I do is I go back and say, oh my God, look at all of these places where I beat the odds. I want you to think about this. Where are all of the places where you beat the odds in your life? So I really started thinking about some of the mindset and the thoughts and the tools that I was doing and using when I really beat these odds. And I want to share a story with you. So a lot of you know that I'm from a really small town. I was raised in a restrictive religion where I couldn't associate with people outside of my congregation. And having a small town already, it's like you take that group and you make it even smaller. So pretty much all that I saw that I could be was within this very small container of people. And it was all about the religion, and it was all about going door to door and knocking on doors and talking about the Bible and recruiting people. It was not about extracurricular. It wasn't about big dreams and goals. It truly was about, quote unquote, storing your treasures in heaven. And so I had these dreams that I didn't really share ever since I was a little girl. And I come from a family who really struggles with their weight. And I was told that I have bad genetics my whole life and just wait. This was a quote from my family at the kitchen table at my grandparents' house from all of my aunts. They said, just wait, you'll be fat just like us when you grow up. And that stuck in my head. And in that moment, I literally said, that will not be me. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to figure out how not to be overweight and how to be happy, because they were not as happy as I know they could have been. I know that they really, really struggled with that. It caused a lot of pain in my family that was always talked about. So, with that, I started dedicating my life to wanting to learn about health and wellness, to wanting to get fit, because I did not want to get made fun of anymore. And so as a kid, I thought that this meant getting as fit as I possibly could. And so this also equated to me being on fitness magazine covers. So as I got older and was trying to learn about being on these different magazine covers, I ended up finding someone from an actual advertisement in one of the fitness magazines that a woman was going to have a camp where she taught women how to get on stage. I was like, yes, please. I will fly to Boston from the Midwest to go attend this camp. And so I go and I just throw myself into that world, much like I do with masterminds now or things you see me at, where I'm going and learning and surrounding myself with people who are already in the products industry or book industry or events industry or whatever industry I want to go in. I go and I pay and I go to the things because that is where you change the game. So fast forward, I've gone to the camps, I've done the things, I'm now entering the fitness competitions. I am in year maybe 3.5 or 4 of competitions that I have done where I have not placed first place. I have not won yet. I've always placed either third or fifth or top 10. And I'm just getting close, but I'm not there, right? I'm never hitting first place. And first place is really where you can start maybe thinking about doing a fitness cover shoot. And you guys, it's so rare that people even get there. So for me to even think that I could get there felt a little crazy. But I remember it was this year where I was like, you know what? I've had these different women who are placing first and they're getting on these covers. And these were my friends that I went to this camp with. Like, it's got to be possible for me if it's possible for them. And as I was prepping for this competition that was Ms. Bikini America that year, and then right after it was Ms. Bikini Universe. And then I was also going to enter Ms. Figure Universe. Now, I had never won first. Something that I had never allowed myself to do was to get my fucking hopes up and see myself winning. And I decided a few months before these competitions that I was going to let myself see myself win, and I was going to fucking win in my daydreams, in my visualizations every single day. They were going to crown me. I was going to get the flowers. I was literally going to fall to my knees with emotion in these visualizations, feeling what it would feel like, looking out at my husband, feeling like his deep awe and just the tears in his eyes, and like this, holy shit, we did this as a team, and looking at my coaches and looking at my teammates and just be in complete, I was going to fucking win. Like, I'm going to walk around like a winner. And you guys, this was the first time I've ever allowed myself to do this. And I did this every single day. I walked around like a winner. I was the winner. I already was Ms. Bikini America. I was Ms. Bikini Universe. I was Ms. Figure America. And I wasn't acting like, oh, look at me, I'm the shit. But internally, I was carrying myself in such a confident, matter-of-fact way. I was living life like I already won it. I'm like, you know what? Win or not, this feels pretty damn good because I already feel like I won. Now, fast forward, we're getting ready for the competition. I text my coach and I text her. I say, I don't know what it is. I really believe this is it. I believe I've already won. Like, I feel it. I see it. And if not, cool. But I believe that I've won. And I had never put so much work into having my hopes up so high that I was like, okay, girlfriend, if this doesn't work, like, you got a long way to fall, but you can handle it, right? You got a long way to fall, but you're going to be fine. You can handle it. And honestly, I just done so work that I'm like, I'm starting to believe I'm a winner, like, no matter what. And so I end up going to that first competition, Ms. Bikini America, in 2011. And like I said, this was the first time I allowed myself to get my hopes up. I visualized so hard the night before, and I was like, God, it's in your hands. Like, whatever my path is and whatever our journey I need to take, it's in your hands. And so I went out on stage. I had the best time. I literally visualized just sending massive energy and making people feel a certain way. I was like, I just want them to feel like this force of like love and friendliness and fun when I'm on stage. And I looked in each judge's eyes and just like gave that feeling and went back up to my room afterward. And you have to go back down to get the results. And I go back on stage with all of the amazing women and all of my incredible teammates. And they call fifth place, and it wasn't me. And they call fourth place, and it wasn't me. And now I'm like, okay, I'm getting used to, I'm usually third or second. They call third place. It wasn't me. They call second place. It wasn't me. And I'm still standing there. There was a group of 10 on stage, and they call Ms. Bikini America, and it was me. And just like in my visualization, I legitimately threw my hands up in the air, threw them over my eyes because I started bawling, and I dropped to my knees. And it was playing out exactly like I had visualized.
I get asked all the time what it was like to pivot from digital products, books, events into a physical product, a consumer package product. And I will say it was one of the biggest learning curves of my entire life, not to mention hiring a team who has a background in this and just everything that I have to learn about getting a physical product out into the world and how to acquire customers with it. But let me tell you one thing that was super easy, and that was my e-commerce platform and choosing it, because I had heard so many amazing things about Shopify. It just made my choice so much easier, because Shopify is the e-commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world. And 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands that are just getting started, including glōci. So get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand's style, which if you go look at mine, you'll see it's totally on brand with glōci. Accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. You can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. You can easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/happy. Go to shopify.com/happy, shopify.com/happy. If you're running a business, you know that every time you miss a call or communication with a customer, that you are leaving money on the table, except it's not sustainable to be available 24/7. That's why you need OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. It works through an app on your phone or computer, so no more carrying two phones or using a landline. With OpenPhone, your team can share one number and collaborate on customer calls and texts like a shared inbox. That way, any teammate can pick up right where the last one left off, keeping response times faster than ever and making this feel incredible for your customer. Plus, say goodbye to voicemail. Their AI agent can be set up in minutes to handle calls after hours, answer questions, and capture leads so that you never miss a customer. So whether you're a one-person operation drowning in calls and texts or have a large team that needs better collaboration tools, OpenPhone is a no-brainer. See why over 60,000 businesses trust OpenPhone. OpenPhone is offering my listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/earn. That's openphone.com/earn, openphone.com/earn. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. OpenPhone, no missed calls, no missed customers.
Now, I look out, I see my husband, I see my coaches. They're playing a Bruno Mars song, which is like literally just sealed in my head. And I'm having this surreal moment of this is absolutely insane, except I've already been here. I've lived this already. And I knew this was going to happen. And it's all about getting your hopes up. And this is for another podcast, but I went on to go to the next competition not long after that. And it was Ms. Bikini Universe. And I did the same thing. And I ended up winning Ms. Bikini Universe that year. And in that same competition, I won Ms. Figure Universe that year. That had never been done in the history of Fitness America ever, and still has not. And I will tell you that, yes, I trained so hard. And I worked on, my stage presence. I worked on all of the things, but I had never in my life worked on getting my hopes up and believing, seeing myself win exactly how it would happen, play out, what flowers you're getting, what's happening on stage to a T. So this podcast is to remind you that the thing that you were told when you were young, or the thing that you're always told by your parents or your friends, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. That is actually the very fucking opposite of manifesting. And this is your reminder to get your fucking hopes all the way up, because you can handle it even if they crash. But if you're not getting your hopes up, then you're not going to create and do that thing that you want in your life. So I want you to picture it. I want you to feel it. I want you to ask yourself daily, if my energy was going to actually physically show me what I'm attracting right now, if it could say, hey, this is what you're attracting, this is what you're seeing, this is what you're doing, would it be exactly what you want? Would you be in the energy of the thing, like as if you already got it? So are you holding the energy of already winning? Are you holding the energy of already selling your company? Are you holding the energy of your launch went fucking amazing? Like, what energy are you holding? What hopes are you having? Because if you're not shooting for the stars, you can't even make it to the moon. Like, you're not even going to remotely get close. So get your hopes up, even if it makes you feel dumb in front of other people. Get your hopes up, even if that makes you feel stupid saying it out loud. That is what works. So I'm sending you guys so much love. And if you know someone who needs this, one of the biggest things you can do for me is actually forward this podcast to a friend or send it to your group text, because it's the only way that podcasts actually get out in the world and continue to grow. So thank you guys so much for all of the reviews, all of the love. It's because of you that I will keep coming back to this podcast over and over again, you guys, 4 times a week, so that I can chat with you guys. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone.